Today we shall be talking about social audit. Let us begin. What is the meaning of social audit? Social audit means to verify, validate, measure, evaluate, report the performance of organization in terms of its social responsibility. Now see, whenever we run an organization, supposingly I am manufacturing tires, right? Now at the end of one term, say one financial year, I will be scrutinizing how much did I produce, how much did I sell, what was the raw material I used, and was that used naturally, was that used in appropriate proportion, was there a wastage, etc. Now but here I'm talking about the social audit. Just as I maintain the cost records, just as I maintain my financial records, so do I maintain my social audit. I have to verify, I have to check, I have to validate. Validate means to make out whether this certain statement has actually taken place. I have to measure how much work have I done. I have to evaluate, is it done properly? Is it just fixing for the needs of the people to whom it was meant for? And then I have to report. What all these things, the performance of my organization, not in the terms of financial records, not in the terms of cost records, but in terms of social responsibility. Now please listen that as an organization, I have certain amount of social responsibility which I should perform for the benefit of the society. Now I will try to do it. Now social audit means that you please kindly verify it. Have you done it? Have you done it properly? How much have you done it? Have you get it evaluated, or it is just in the records? I claim that me being an organization, I have done so and so for my neighboring village who is in a poverty, poor condition. Have I really done something for that village, or I have just shown it at my books? So this is the basic aim of social audit: to verify, to measure, to validate, to evaluate, and to report whether I have done, I being an organization, whether I have done something for my society, for my social responsibility. So all these terms are collected and put up into a report, which I claim it to be my social audit. Now, what does a social audit imply? Social audit is a way to measure, to understand, to report, and thus uplift the social and ethical performance of an organization. Whether that organization has done something on social grounds, on ethical, moral grounds. If my factory stands in a place where there is a slum area nearby, have I ever done something out of my profits to enhance their livelihood, to enhance their position, whatever it can be? See, the limit is endless, but still, have I really done something for that social responsibility angle? Now, social audit measures what you have done to understand and to report whether something has been done for the society or not. So these all terms are calculated in what is called social audit. It is a platform for the government departments as well. The government departments, they plan what they have to do on social grounds. They manage and they also monitor this department's social and commercial activities. Right now, the government departments, they are bound to do something on social grounds, which the social audit monitors it. Whether something has really been done for the poor and the needy, or it is just shown on the paper as a record. But in actually what has happened is actually shown in the social audit. It evaluates the firm's public image. Now, supposingly I have an XYZ organization. How do the people hold me in their eyes as a public image? Have I been useful to them socially, or I have just been minting money for my own personal gains? So what public feels about my organization will be shown by the social audit. Social audit aids the firm to maintain a positive public image. Obviously, if social audit, my report says that well enough, good, well enough is done for the society as a whole, that means people have my positive public image in their eyes. Social audit relates to internally examine a business as to how the business affects a society. Now, other audits may be doing it for their profit. How much profit is the business is earning? But our term social audit here means how the business affects a society. that organization has to be internally examined for this purpose of society responsibility. Social audit assists the business to find out if business is meeting its social objectives and aims. As I just said that we have some social objectives and aims as and when the organization grows. We are also bound to do something socially on moral grounds. Now social audit will come to tell you whether that business is fulfilling its social objectives and aims or not. Now let us compare the terms social audit and the financial audit. Financial audit implies to record, to process, to summarize and to report what? All the financial data. So all this is done, the statements are made, the processing is done, summarization of the reports is done of everything related to the financial data. But social audit is the assessment of the final effect of the firm's non-financial objectives. Other than finance, other than money, revenue objectives, other than that, what have you done? So that is assessed in social audit through systematic and regular monitoring on the basis of the view of stakeholders. Stakeholders here means the beneficiaries for whom the work had to be done socially. It could be the underprivileged people living next to you or a village in your neighborhood. All those will be taken as stakeholders. Now, from their point of view, from the so-called beneficiaries' point of view, we have to audit that whether something is done for them or it is just spread by the word of mouth that we do this, we do that. No, not that ways. What is actually had to be done and what actually has been done. So this is the difference between financial audit and the social audit. Here we discuss all the profit and loss trading account statements, and here we always discuss what is the non-financial motive of this organization and what has it done, social responsibility. Social audit gives us a picture of the administrative system from the perspective of the cluster of the people in the society for whom the very institutional or administrative system is being promoted. Now, supposingly I say that I adopt a village next to my organization in which generally the people are very poor, I will look for their upbringing. I will look that a separate school has been opened for them, or I aim to open a hospital or arrange some doctors who will be visiting there every week or every fortnight for the welfare of the children and the elderlies. Now that social audit will be giving us the picture of what have I done for the society. I repeat, from the cluster of the people in the society for whom that I was planning to do for. I was planning to adopt that particular village and to build a hospital or a school there. So social audit will give you the exact picture from their point of view. Social audit of an administration implies that the functioning of the administrative system from the angle of vast majority of the people, not for my organization, say my board of directors, no, not from that, we won't be touching that angle. It will be from the other vast majority of the underprivileged people. This section of people we're talking about are not the ruling class. They are the beneficiaries, the stakeholders here. Social audit focus on the interest of the stakeholders or the beneficiaries, just as I told you, also the marginalized and the poor segment groups whose voice is otherwise ignored. They don't have the power in their voices to come up and speak up for them. They are the underprivileged people, and we as an organization, we have certain responsibility to do something for their better upliftment in life. So this is what social audit focuses on. It is basically the evaluation of a firm's involvement and achievement on social responsibility projects. You can undertake any project for their upliftment of the poor and the needy, and how much has the firm done for it? How much has the firm been involved in it? Has it donated to certain NGOs which are working nicely, or it's himself come up with a certain team of doctors? Whatever. So their involvement and their achievement on social responsibility projects is basically what is social audit. Now, social audit is also meant to enhance local governance, to strengthen the accountability and, of course, the transparency in local bodies. So it is not only dealing with the organizations who are set up, but also for the local bodies, from the panchayat's point of view or certain government agencies also, to strengthen their accountability so that they have a strong record and a proof of which they boost off as done for something for the socially deprived people. But the social audit, if it speaks for the benefit, It means that that organization, be it the government organization, be it the private organization, if social audit claims that this and this has been done, it means this and this would have actually been done. So this brings in a transparency for the local bodies as to how much they have helped the poor. The money sanctioned of the public schemes have been put to appropriate use and not applied for the personal benefit of the officer in charge. What usually happens, right? So whatever the money has been sanctioned for the public scheme, has it actually put to proper use, and it has not been put to some personal benefit of the officer there? This is what social audit audits, right? Social audit helps to monitor and measure the social performance. Again, social performance from the point of view of people, what has been done. It monitors it, it measures it, and then it reports. Social audit is the system to verify and assess the firm's social report card. Oh, such a nice line. It is the social report card. How much have you done? Right? When we go to kindergarten schools or in the primary section, we have a report card of the child of how much has it scored. So similarly, social audit is the social report card of that particular firm. Social audit helps to reduce the gap between the objective and the reality. Say, I had pledged to open up a school for the blind people in so and so locality. This was my objective, my firm's objective. But what is the reality? Have I really done that? So who's going to take it up? The social audit is going to bring it to your notice. It is going to tell you what is the difference between the vision and the gap. Generally the board of directors and all this announce that we have a vision to just fulfill this village with the proper employment resources. But has it really done? Has it really been achieved? What is the gap between the reality and that vision? This is what social audit will help you. Between the goal and the actual achievement. Again, it's a repetition. How much have you done and how much you wanted to do? So this is what social audit means. Next point, what are the principles of social audit? First of all, it is polyvocal. What does this mean? Social audit tries to portray the voices of all the people, that is the stakeholders which are related to the program. So the people who had to be benefited by that scheme, they can come forward and speak up. This is what social audit has the principle for. It encourages participation. Social audit encourages the people to participate and to bring forward their views. Whatever they have in mind, whatever the firm was claiming and what the firm has actually done. So people can come in and participate. It is a comparative way. Social audit helps the organization to compare its own performance with the preset norms and targets. Right? It had pledged to give 1 crore to that particular village and actually only 50,000 or 1 lakh has been given. So what is the preset norms which was thought of and what target, what have you actually done? So it's a comparative analysis of your own performance. Its social audit, another principle, is regular. It aims to prepare social accounts on a regular basis. So you are not going to get your social responsibility card monitored just once a while and it is over. No, it is the regular evaluation of what you have done. Social audit, another principle, is verified. It ensures that the social accounts are audited by an experienced man who is not biased towards the firm. So any third XYZ person is going to make it. So there will be no such partiality towards the firm by that person. So they are audited by an experienced man. So that's why we say that these are proper verified accounts. Disclosed. Social audit ensures that the accounts are disclosed to the stakeholders to provide maximum transparency. So it is even available for everybody to see it, what we have done. So it is disclosed to people and the motive is to achieve maximum transparency. Scope of social audit. First of all, it's ethics. The social framework and policy of a firm should direct it towards those activities which are in the interest of their stakeholders. The organization should have the values of social cause. So what are you going to do? What you have to do is you have to do it in the interest of those beneficiary people who are underprivileged people. You have to keep in their interest as the prime motive. Social cause. You are going to do something which is going to lift your society socially. Labor. The policy of the organization should ensure non-discrimination and non-harassment. You cannot discriminate among the people and there should be no harassment of the labor. The aim should be to create a conducive working environment. The policy should focus on imparting training to labor, clarity about their wages, their career planning and rewards which should be given to them from time to time. Such a working environment should be created that all the workers should develop their full potential. So it has to be in the favor of the labor, the poor. They should be given proper training, their wages should be appropriate. What can be done to uplift them in future? They should not be restricted to their basic pay, and some little bit of training if imparted to them, they can definitely increase their income. So that has to be done. Scope. Environment, we continue. The social policy should be so framed that the environment factor is given due importance. There should be no damage caused whatsoever to the environment. Human rights, the social policy should cover human rights. There should be no violation of human rights. These two points are very important as the scope of social audit. You should keep in mind the environment and the human rights. Next is the advantages of social audit. Assess the physical and financial gap between the needs and resources available for local development. Right? Locally, when you have to uplift the area, what is the gap? How much finances were provided and how much have been actually put to use? It also creates social consciousness, awareness among the common people. They come to know that this should be done for their betterment and this has actually not been done. So social consciousness is being created. It monitors unethical practice, as we just discussed the ethics point. So any unethical practices going on, social audit definitely monitors it. It increases the effectiveness of local development programs. So many governments come and they announce so many local programs. So effectiveness is being judged by the social audit. It definitely curbs corruption when people will be aware and they will be made transparent to what is the finance being given to them and how is it being put to use. So it will definitely curb the corruption, and social audit also helps in good local governance. When whatever you are doing is coming up nicely in the in the benefit of the stakeholders, so the local governance will go up and you will be getting a good governance. So we conclude, but that social audit is a little time consuming process. One also needs a qualified social auditor to conduct social audits so that there is no partiality or biasness towards any firm. We conclude that social audit is the internal examination of how a business affects a society. What all advantages does a business can do apart from earning its own profit? What can it do towards a society? Social audit helps a business to see if its actions are taken for the positive benefit of the society. We can find out the firm's overall public image. So public reputation, public image can be found out by going through the social audit. Here we come to the end of the article. I hope I made the things very clear. Please subscribe to my channel. Feel free to ask any doubts in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay blessed.